Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's dream start as Manchester United's interim boss continued at St James's Park on Wednesday as they beat Newcastle United 2-0, which saw him emulate an achievement set by the club's most legendary figure. Matt Busby was the only other United manager to win his first 4 games in charge way back in 1946. Lukaku and Rashford scored the goals.
Well, that'll be in the books, but it's nothing that I'm thinking of, because I'm just thinking about the next game, and then because if you win 4, you can win another 4 at this club, and that's the challenge, and that's the standard that we're known to. Gaffer used to challenge us on them, and of course when we won 4, you can go on to the next 4 and think about them.
Tottenham, Arsenal and Leicester all won this week, while Chelsea head coach Maurizio Sarri hinted at the need for a new striker after his side failed to break down a resolute Southampton team at Stamford Bridge. West Ham and Brighton played out an entertaining 2-2 draw, while 2 late goals from Crystal Palace saw them take the points away to Wolves. Manchester City have the chance to reduce the gap on the Premier League leaders Liverpool tonight at the Etihad Stadium. Pep Guardiola's City trail Jurgen Klopp's men by 7 points, with Tottenham Hotspur a point above them on 48. Klopp knows just how important this clash is for both teams.
It's the 3rd of January, so really it's a very, very, very important game for both teams, obviously, and I would use it as motivation for the other team. If you are, these are these kind of 6-point games. It's like it is. We play against each other. We can go pretty much in all directions. That's how it is. And it's a motivation for them 100%. So they will be ready, and we have to make sure that we are ready. That's all.
City could lose consecutive Premier League home matches for the first time since February 2016 after they were beaten by Crystal Palace 10 days ago. Guardiola admits that the pressure is on City.
Yeah, of course, if we have more confidence, we'll be happier than if we lose. By the football game, we know exactly which opponent we play, respect that we have, and that is the challenge. If we want to grow like a club, like an organization, like a team, we have to face these kind of games with the pressure that means, and that is the point.
This may not be a title-deciding match, but if Liverpool can catch City cold, then they could start believing that their 29-year title drought could soon be over. Real Madrid have the chance to reduce Barcelona's lead at the top of the Liga tonight when they take on Villarreal at the Estadio de la Cerámica. This rescheduled clash, because of their victorious run at the Club World Cup, is the ideal start to 2019 for Santiago Solari as they take on a team struggling in 18th position. We have to play a solid game with a lot of energy. It's very important that we find rhythm. We've tried to get it in the last few days working after the Christmas break, and that this rhythm is transformed into aggressiveness on the pitch, both offensively and defensively. Villarreal will try to get out of their poor situation in which they are the 3rd from bottom in the table. They changed their coach recently and will try to change the dynamics at home. Since Luis Garcia replaced Javier Calleja, he's won a match and drawn one, and a second win against the mighty Real Madrid could stop the leaks for the Yellow Submarine. Rafa Nadal has pulled out of this week's Brisbane International due to a minor thigh strain, but the Spaniard is hopeful that he can shake off the problem in time for the Australian Open later this month. Nadal endured an injury-plagued 2018 season that saw him contest only 9 tournaments due to hip, knee, abdomen and ankle injuries, and the world number 2 said the decision to skip the season opener was precautionary. Emil Iversen continued his fine record at Oberstdorf with victory in the 15 kilometres mass start at the Tour de Ski. The Norwegian edged out Francesco De Fabiani in a time of 45 minutes 30.3 seconds, just less than a second ahead of the Italian. And that was Iversen's 3rd win in Oberstdorf, having won the same event a year ago, while also taking the sprint event at the same venue in 2016. Ingvild Flugstad Oistberg claimed her first World Cup win of the season after a frantic finish in the women's 10-kilometre mass start in Germany. Oistberg clocks a time of 32 minutes 8.9 seconds in Oberstdorf, beating Pyeongchang's 4x5-kilometre relay bronze medalist Natalia Nepraeva and Anastasia Sedova of Russia. She now leads the overall World Cup standings ahead of compatriot Teresa Johag.
Coming soon on France 24, Europe Now from Estonia. As the Baltic states celebrate 100 years since their declarations of independence, we are in the smallest of them, finding out how it's evolved in the post-Soviet era. The president, politicians, creators and innovators lifting the lid for us on this digital powerhouse on Europe's northeastern edge.
Europe Now, presented by Catherine Nicholson on France 24 and France24.com.